Hey guys, it's Wanda. Danny's out working on the road and I've been working in the greenhouses, and I'm going to show you a little update. But y'all, we weathered the storm. It was not near as bad as everybody was predicting. We did not get hail. We only got, I think it was like 4.5 inches of rain. Our winds got up to 40 miles per hour. And y'all look, I've got pictures at the beginning of what this pond looked like yesterday when it was after the rain, what the front pond looks like. We went over Pecan Grove, got a picture of that, what that pond looks like. So all that was at the beginning of this video, and now I'm going to show you what our greenhouse is looking like. And y'all, to me this is amazing. The wind's blowing today. The mulberries, we've been picking mulberries. There's a lot still on the trees. The mayhaws are ready. Got a few things going on in the greenhouse. Let's go look. I'm going to title this one of the 7 wonders of homesteading. At least our homestead. This thing is going crazy. There's 3 grapevines in here in Danny's high tunnel. One here, one in the middle, one down on the end. These things are already reaching over. You can see over there, over here. They're just hanging in grape tags. I mean, it's amazing. They're just everywhere on this thing. And we're really excited. Now this one has almost reached this one. Now this is the first one we had that we got so many grapes off of last year, I think, or the year before. I don't know. We've lost track of years. But look, it is not as heavy as the other 2, but it's still got grapes. So we're going to see if any of these make it, or if this cool weather that keeps snapping through here messes with them. We've got them hanging all over the place, so we're going to see what happens. But this one has just really taken off here too. And on top of that, the Freedom blackberries. Now we have berries, you see that? Oh my goodness at the berries. Lots and lots of blackberries. And you see they're starting to reach, and I spotted something. Look what I'm finding. I gotta get up there, y'all. Do you see there's a red one? But above it there's one ready up there, and down below it there's some ready right there. So we already have Freedom blackberries, and look right there. Oh my. So I've got to get up here. I mean, I'm way down here, y'all. I got to get up there and get those blackberries, or talk Danny into coming down here. He's working on the road and stuff. Y'all stay tuned, because guess what? One day the blackberries is gonna meet the grapes. This whole high tunnel this summer, I hope, is hanging in blackberries and white seedless grapes. 2 apiece. Alright, we're in my high tunnel. And y'all, even though mine looks empty, it really is not empty. It'll only look empty for a little while. I planted, starting right here, some of the purple Musaki sweet potatoes here, 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 and here. All this is Musakis. Then we have our petunias, of course. Then this here is just regular sweet potatoes all down here. And this is where my slips are. I've got a little mini, this is a hot pepper. I brought it and put it in this high tunnel because I didn't want it crossing with any of my other peppers because they're all sweet. But it's blooming. It's doing really good. Nothing is planted here. I'm thinking of going and getting some of the Christmas Llamas and putting about 4 Christmas Llamas across here and seeing if we can't grow those here. On this side is all sweet potatoes. This was a slip, so I'm leaving this area open for growing slips still because my potatoes are in there. But all the way down is sweet potatoes and my little spinach. Then here, y'all look, 2 solid rows Danny planted with white okra. Of course, y'all know he's gonna come in here and thin some of it out. Probably about every other one, but he planted it thick because he didn't know if it would come up. 2 solid rows of white okra. I'm excited. I'm gonna be growing sweet potatoes and white okra in here, and I'm fixing to go get my beans and put in here, and we're gonna do the Christmas llamas on that trellis this year. All right, these are the Christmas llamas, and I had to pick through them. These were from 2012. Danny had saved these the year before he and I married. We married in 13, so these are 12-year-old bean seeds. We've planted them since then, but this was the bag that he had originally, and there were still a handful of seeds in it. And I'm going to plant all of them. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 seeds here. We're going to plant and see what happens. And I left a bunch in the bag just because. And we're going to see if these 2012 Christmas llamas will come up and produce right here on this trellis.
Well, everybody, we're over here at Pecan Grove. We had to come take a look at the Danny corn. Now, most of the ribbon that you see out here blew off of the electric fence rods I had and was laying down on the ground. I just walked through and picked it back up. You can't tell it in the video, but all the corn is leaning yonder way. So, hopefully, well, I'm pretty sure, as little as it is, the sun will go ahead and pull it back up pretty straight. The only problem is, it is so wet that I cannot get to it right now to plow it. It's going to actually take several days of dry weather before I can actually get back in here. And that's going to be a kind of a touch and go thing. If you notice, the last time I cultivated it, I went ahead and put the fertilizer to it because remember I told you it was kind of small and I had an opportunity to do it before the big rain come. And now I am so thankful that I did, because at least now there's enough moisture and the fertilizer was there to be able to get the corn up and growing. To be honest with you, the way it's going this year, I'm probably looking at one more time to plow it. I usually would plow it 2 more times, but I'm probably not going to be able to because of the growing conditions. So probably what's going to happen is the very next time I'm able to cultivate it, if it grows as fast as I think it will, then I'll probably have to lay it off. And I really don't want to do that. I'm going to try my best to get 2 more cultivatings out of it. But if I can't, I just can't. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to work with the weather. So continue to watch us, and we'll keep showing you updates here on the Danny corn over here on Deepsouth. Just to kind of let you know. We're going to be looking at the high tunnels. The high tunnels are doing amazing. I have to say, the one here at Pecan Grove, even though it doesn't have a top on it and sides and end walls and all that, it is still doing amazing right now. And the 60-foot raised bed, it is actually doing very well. Now the onions did take some wind damage because we had 40-mile-an-hour winds, which is that's not uncommon for us down here in the deep south. I mean, we're used to 70 and 100-mile-an-hour winds during the summertime, during storms and stuff like that. So it just came at a time when the produce did not have the right root structure that it needed to be, where it would hold itself up. So it is what it is. I can't complain about it. Nothing was damaged. So we did get some water in the ponds at Deepsouth, some much needed water. We got 4.5 to 5 inches of rain in about 1.5 to 2 hours, and a lot of it ran off rather than soaking into the ground. Unless you come to a place like this where I have this field designed so that when the water comes from my right over here coming back this way, this field catches it as it comes across and holds it. So places like this, it held it. Places like the pasture back here where the ponds and all are at, it just ran down through the pastures. Didn't do any erosion here at Pecan Grove. Now we did have a lot of erosion over at Deepsouth, but nothing that we can't handle or we can't fix. But anyway, we just thought we'd bring you over here to Pecan Grove and give you a little bit of a heads up and show you what's going over here on Pecan Grove. So thank you guys from Deepsouth Homestead.